Hey guys, Sam here and welcome to a prediction video here today. Today we'll be talking about player potentials in FIFA 18 career mode and some players that I believe will have some of the highest potentials in the game. I'll be bringing you guys 10 different players here today. If you do enjoy today's video and you want to see more players, go ahead and smash a like on the video and leave your list of players that you think will have the highest potentials in the game. Some that are well known and maybe some that are not well known. Do you have maybe some hidden gems that you think no one's gonna think is gonna have a high potential? Let me know in the comments below. My good friend Niran also has done a video and is doing a series like this as well. So we'll be touching on similar players, but I'm sure both of us will have our own unique players as well. So go ahead and check his video out. I'll leave the first episode of his series in the description. Go ahead and check it out for sure, because he knows what he's talking about when he's talking about hidden gems and high potential players. But without further ado, let's jump into our list and let's see who I believe will have some of the highest potentials in FIFA 18. Okay, so let's kick it off with the easy one, Neymar. I really do believe Neymar will have the highest potential in the game. I think they'll give him a 95 potential. He went into FIFA 17 with a 95 potential. It then went down to 94 with the current update, but I believe it'll be back up to a 95. He's still so young. He's only 25. A lot of people forget that about Neymar. He is only 25. He scored 20 goals in 45 appearances for Barcelona in all competitions and was third in the Ballon d'Or in the 2016. So his recent move to PSG will probably get him a bit more media buzz, and I see him being the leading potential player. Not far behind him, and another obvious one, is Kylian Mbappe Lotin. The 18-year-old striker lit up the football world last season. He went into FIFA 17 with an 87 potential. It's now up to a 92, and I believe he'll get a 94 potential. That's my prediction for Mbappe, because genuinely he is touted now as being the next best player. I mean, he's joining the likes of Ousmane Dembele as the next generation of world-class footballers, potentially. So I just think that bar Neymar, this guy's going to be the best like under 21 player, because he just genuinely is in real life, isn't he? He scored 26 goals in 44 games across all competitions for Monaco, and he got 6 in 9 in the Champions League as an 18-year-old, and he's just stood out in Monaco's young team of young talent with great potential. He stood out head and shoulders as the best player at that Monaco team. Next up is another pretty well-known player, but I wouldn't say as well-known as Mbappe, and that's Asensio from Real Madrid. He's 21 years old, he's a cam. He played 38 games for Madrid across all competitions last season, scoring 10 goals. And this guy just has some techers. He just is a very silky player, and he's really fun to watch. I watched this guy a couple times last season. Very, very good player at such a young age. And good to see that Zidane had the confidence in him to play him 38 times across all competitions. So he's definitely getting the game time needed at a pretty high level there in Madrid, playing some very tough competitors. So I'm actually really excited for this guy in real life. He went into FIFA 17 with an 89 potential. It stayed in an 89 potential. I'd like to see him get a 90 plus potential. I'm going to go with 91. I reckon he'll be one of the highest potentials in the game. This is what I'd like to do if we turn this into a series. We'll do a couple obvious ones and then we'll get into some different ones, some out of the box ones, and we'll see what you guys think. So first up is Trent AlexanderArnold, the 18-year-old right back who plays for Liverpool, played 12 games last season and has made a start this season. So he played the first game of the season at right back for Liverpool. He went into FIFA 17 with a 79 potential. The current update has him at an 82 potential. I'd like to see him get an 85 potential. I think that's pretty solid for him. Could even go a little bit higher, but he does look like a very decent player. Next up is Axel Tuanzebe. This is a guy that I've watched pretty closely. 19-year-old centre back, can play defensive mid and pretty versatile in general, and is actually being talked about as one of the best players coming out of our youth academy at Manchester United. 81 potential at the start of FIFA 17 and moved up to an 83, and I'd like to see him get at least over 85, but I'd like to see an 86 potential for Axel Tuanzebe. The guy is really, really good. Despite only playing 5 games for Manchester United last season, he did show his composure and maturity on the ball. And as much as people rate Timothy Fosu-Mensah, a lot of people rate Tuanzebe higher than him who know about the youth academy. So I'm really excited for Axel in real life, and I'd like to see him get a high potential as well. Another young English talent is Dominic Solanke, or Solanke, I don't really know how to say it. He's 20 years old, he's a striker, formerly at Chelsea. Scored 7 goals in 25 league games for Vitesse, but that's not really what I'm basing him off. He won the Under-20 World Cup with England during the summer, and he won the Golden Ball as well, and he's got his recent transfer to Liverpool, so I think all that in general will give him a higher potential. He went into FIFA 17 with an 82, it's currently an 82 potential. I'd like to see him get an 88 potential. That might be me going on a massive limb here. He maybe doesn't deserve that. I don't know what you guys think, especially the English fans, because you know him better than I do. But I reckon he should get an 88 potential just for the fucking banter. Why not? Next up is a Spaniard, Carlos Sola. He's 20 years old, he's a centre mid, and he can push up a little bit further and play for Cam. He came into the Valencia team last season and he kept his place. He pretty much pushed out another midfielder of the team because he came in for the injured player, played so well that he was able to keep his position, and he ended up playing 18 games across all competitions. He went into FIFA 17 with an 82 potential. It's dropped down to an 81. I'm not sure why. I'd like to see him get an 85 potential. I think that's pretty solid for a 20-year-old. Next up on the list is Vinicius Jr. And you might not know who he is, but you'll definitely know his name due to his recent transfer to Real Madrid, and he's technically not playing for Madrid until like 2019 or something, and he'll be playing in Brazil for the next like 2 or 3 seasons before joining Real Madrid, so he's definitely still got a lot of time to work on his game while he's in Brazil. But he did win the South American Under-17 Championships, and he scored 7 goals, winning the player of the tournament in that championship. So despite the fact that he hasn't really done much at a senior level, and just now he's playing his first senior games, the fact that he's transferred to Real Madrid and he is a young Brazilian talent, I think he'll get a very high potential. He doesn't have a potential in FIFA 17 because he's not in the game in FIFA 17, but I think he'll get an 88 potential. Alright, bringing it back to Spain, we've got Dani Ceballos this time, a pretty well-known player in Spain for his time at Real Betis. Absolutely smashed at Real Betis. He's 21 years of age, likes to play a deep-lying playmaker role. He won the Euro Under-21 Player of the Tournament, and he's recently signed for Real Madrid. So he went into FIFA 17 with an 85 potential, it's gone up to an 86 potential, and I think he really does deserve an 88 potential, if not higher. He could be closer to the 90 potential. I think he's really good in real life. I think he's being really genuinely positioned as one of the better players in the La Liga coming up through the ranks. So really excited for Dani Ceballos. I hope he gets a very high potential because he's a beast in FIFA and in real life. And last on the list today is a French player by the name of Cuckoo. He's a centre mid / left winger. He's 19 years of age and he played 16 games for PSG across all competitions last season. He's also already racked up 10 appearances for the French Under-20s team, and he's been talked about as one of the better players coming through the PSG ranks. So I'm excited for him. I've used him in FIFA and he's pretty fun to use. I've actually never watched him in real life. I've watched most of these players in real life, but Nkunku is actually not a player I've watched in real life. I'm really excited to watch him maybe this upcoming season. He's gone into FIFA 17 with an 80 potential and he's ended it with an 82. I've gone and given him an 85 potential. I think that's a decent, a fair assessment of him because he's still coming up through the ranks. He went into FIFA 17 with an 80 potential and he's come out with an 82. I think I've just given him an 85 potential just because that's like the lowest potential I'm giving for most of these players. So yeah, I'd like to see Nkunku get an 85, and maybe it's a player that you guys haven't heard of. You should definitely keep an eye out on him in the upcoming FIFA. But this is my list, guys, of 10 players. Obviously, there is a lot of young talent in Europe and all across the world, so it's difficult to get as many as you can in one video. I'm going to do them 10 at a time, and like I said, if you guys want to see more, definitely leave a like on the video. Some that are well known, some out of the box, and I'd like to continue that if we continue this as a series, doing some well-known players and some out of the box hidden gems as well. So let me know what you think of my list. Do you agree or disagree? And give me your list of players. Who do you think would be a high potential player in FIFA? Maybe you guys have a really long list, or maybe you just have a couple of hidden gems that you think no one else is going to say. Either way, let me know in the comments below, and if you did enjoy today's video and you want to see more of this, definitely smash a like on the video. So without further ado, I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.